Bow! Hi everyone, this is Papa Zero here once again on Windows 95, and today we start the 3.21 Crucible League. Hype, 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 hype! But before we do, I wanted to leave you with a nice little present of 3.20's Forbidden Sanctum League. A silly build that I put together to purely map and mess around with. I did not do any bosses and would highly advise not to. It's more of a thematic build made just for fun, alright? Can't stress that enough. But if you are in a persnickety mood, then come check it out. We use the Hidden Blade Ambusher and Cospri's Malice to cast on crit some cold and lightning spells. Really, it's all just cold spells with a hint of ball lightning. We are using Zerfi's Ami purely to shock our enemies because we chill and freeze them via the Expedition and Chess Piece. Zerfi's Heart makes the items attribute requirement skyrocket, so getting the 385 int as well as 318 dexterity requirement for Cospri's Malice was a bit of a doozy, but we got it done. Oh yeah! We are using Heat Shiver for that sweet additional fire damage on chilled and frozen enemies. If you thought my previous builds didn't have any defenses, wait till you look at the defensive numbers in POB on this one. They literally don't exist. Instead of a cool glass cannon build, we're like a semi-mini fridge that shoots paper clips at enemies. This is going to be rather a short and sweet video because I'm getting ready for the Crucible League as we speak, and I don't even have a starter picked out, guys. But I'm thinking I'm gonna have to try out Righteous Fire for leveling. This little clip is just to show that the Hidden Blade itself is nothing to scoff at. It's rather a neat item. I hope to make more builds with it in the future. This is, of course, the original Sin Ring build. Wither, once again, we're using Balance of Terror Jewel to apply Wither on hit when we cast Despair. And again, we don't care about level of Despair, so I just kept it at 1. It's just to apply the Wither. We are using the Nimbus Ring to throw many a ball every which way. We use the Watcher's Eye that gives us phasing while hasten, which enables the Hidden Blade to trigger the Unseen Strike, which then triggers one of our cast on crits. We have our second cast on crit set up in the Cospri's Malice. And our third and final cast on crit is in our chest while we Cyclonins. As you can see, I got a lot of inspiration, I got a lot of reduced mana cost of skills, I got a lot of Valclarities, and even some more mana reduced cost of skills. And it's still not enough, guys. We still run out of mana. And it's a little bit counterproductive since we're trying to gain Frenzy Charge while spending mana, so it's a little bit of a tricky setup. But that's why it's just a fun build. That's it. We also have just a little bit of mana reservation and spell damage with our relic. For our defenses, the spell suppression chance shows 94, and we got 75 all res, but trust me, it's basically like having 0 defenses. There isn't any. This was my take on the Unseen Strike build combined with Cold Cast on Crit. I tried a few different setups and I had a blast with this, but I think maybe trying Mjolnir with this setup, or maybe even something like I mentioned in my Berserker video, using the Elegant Hubris Timeless Jewel to get the Supreme Ostentation so that our gear requirements is gone. And I think that could also yield some fun combo. Alright guys, instead of my usual no original ring setup here, since this again for the 17th time was just for fun, a little build I did on the side, I wanted to talk about what's next for me in this channel. I will continue making content, of course. What sorts? Who knows? And I will keep making guides in 3.21. But obvi, not Original Sin, since I assume it's not going core and Forbidden Sanctum ain't available just yet for us. So I hope to restart these Original Sin builds in the future when I can get my hands on another ring in a league. That, or just mess around in Standard for some super silliness. Maybe once in a while I'll just sprinkle some in. We'll see. Let me know if you guys enjoyed these. As always, thank you so much for watching, and I ain't going away. It just might take me a minute to come up with something fun and entertaining for you guys to see and enjoy in the new league. Really quickly, I just wanted to summarize the league. For me, it's been absolutely a blasty blast. Was I slightly obsessed about getting the perfect glorious vanity jewel? Yeah, maybe. I also wanted to kind of go over really quickly about the builds I didn't get to make. Maybe I'll make them in the future, we'll see. But double or maybe triple stacking build that uses two different kind of weapons. There's some cool notables and cluster jewels that enable two different kind of weapons to actually do damage. So maybe hopefully in the future, who knows. I would love to make a Nebula, some old school Nebula build with the original Sin, as well as replica Nebulas. Such a cool item, rarely seen it used. Hopefully we'll make a build with it in the future. Maybe in the next league. Lastly, I wanted to kind of show you my crowning jewels of the league. You know, of course, my beautiful 2 original Sin rings. Managed to get both of them myself. I also wanted to show this little puppy right here. This is an item level 1, which makes no sense because it dropped from an I level 85 boss. So, pretty cool item. Last but not least, the Lore Weave. I think this is the most expensive item I've bought in like 2 years, which set me back about 40 divines. You know, after thinking about it, I think, yeah, I'm gonna go Pathfinder as a starter. And what am I gonna do? Righteous Fire. I'm gonna put this POB down below in the description, but honestly, don't follow this tree, guys. Don't do it. I really just want to see if I can sustain Righteous Fire early on. And matter of fact, I'm gonna have someone else buy the Righteous Fire for me because I don't have access to it. I did include, for myself and for you guys if you want, some more levelage trees. So to start with, you know, we're gonna be level 14. At level 16 we can get Righteous Fire. Then we're gonna go down here and try to get as much fire resistance as possible and get the Fire Mastery, because that's gonna add so much more regen. And then essentially just grabbing a little. This is just for resistances, fire resistances. And honestly, the only thing I have is Righteous Fire, Purity of Elements, and then just 2 ruby rings. That's all I got, guys. That's all I got in this POB. And then depending on which way I choose, either I'm going to go most likely Toxic Rain, Ballista, Poison Concoction, Explosive Concoction, or maybe even a spell like Armageddon Brand. So depending on which way I go, it's going to depend on which way I'm going to go with my tree. Of course, you know, starting with Righteous Fire. And then if, you know, probably from least at the top to the most likely route I'm going to choose, I made some notes for myself. Yeah, that's my league starter. So, thanks for watching. I'll see you next time with another beautiful video.